He did several war crimes in central Serbia in the 2000s. And what made you think he ever started? Anime, webcomics, manga. These beautiful displays of an artist's skill typically are the routes that most go, but only one problem. I don't have that skill yet, but that hasn't stopped me from wanting to create my own webcomic by the name of Petrika. Now, if you don't know the lore, I'll go over it very quickly. In this world, there was an event called the Petrika where mana rain caused a reaction that opens up a backwards realm called the Antipode, filled with the people who were pulled in, now twisted and mutated. These people are called remnants, and to remain balanced, the memories of this event are erased, as well as the memories of everyone who disappeared because of it. However, there are several blessed figures who retain their memories after the Petrika, called mothers and fathers who rule their region. The first character introduced is Ren Aethers, who can see fragments of the past Petrika and the Antipode. He's an explorer looking for the pieces of the past, and in his travels, he meets Felix Izanagi, a victim of the Petrika, who now resides alone in a ghost town named Salience. The two travel together, and that's where I left it off. I've written about 3 chapters, or the layout of 3 chapters, and I think they're really good so far. But now that you're familiar with Petrika, it's time to get to what you're really here for, which is 2 things: to see me draw my OCs, and to read some of these ridiculous, outrageous comments you've left regarding your assumptions about my OCs, starting with Ren Aethers. But first, thank you to these comments. They aren't really assumptions, but I just wanted to include them because they're really kind. Now, the first one has a no-kill rule but kills anyways. Personally, in anime or webcomic, I dislike no-kill rules, especially when it has to do with fighting against dangerous forces. I wouldn't say he has a no-kill rule, but it's definitely unlikely that he does ever kill anybody. The next comment, they really like Peach. Like really. I'm not sure how you got that he liked peaches from this, but you know what, sure, he likes peaches now. Moving on to a frequent commenter. He has a strong sense of justice, and this makes sense. Ren is an adventurer, so he's naturally a cautious person, but he does still let morality guide some of his actions, even when he feels somewhat apprehensive. So I would say that yes, he does have a strong sense of justice. He definitely eats raw fish in his spare time. So out of everything you could have guessed by looking at him, he eats raw fish is what comes to mind. And what do you mean in his spare time? Like, is this just a common hobby now? Do you eat raw fish in your spare time? Now, the last comment for Ren, and the person who actually inspired this video idea, Gytuze, seems like a bounty hunter, puts morals over money, other way around, puts money over morals, and at the same time he has a soft heart and contemplates on stuff after a mission. So, I would say that this is almost correct. Ren does take bounties, but they're rarely ever human. They're usually bounties of problematic remnants, the monsters from the Antipode, and he is much more an explorer and historian than a bounty hunter. But yes, he does have a soft heart, and he usually contemplates on how well he fought or where there were flaws. After all, he's human. His advantage against fighting remnants stronger than him is that he's smarter and has experience fighting them. But that's all I've got for Ren. It's time to move on to my precious boy, Felix Izanagi, who can do no wrong, and is as innocent as he did several war crimes in central Serbia in the 2000s. And what made you think he ever started? Gytuze again. The glasses are completely for style, and when it's taken off, Felix absolutely captures everyone's heart. Also seems adept at using a bow and arrow, prefers it to any type of weapon. Also, I absolutely love this redesign. I mean, yeah, thank you. So, the glasses are pretty much for style. He only really needs to wear them when he's reading, but forgets to take them off and usually ends up reading a book most of the time anyways. And Felix doesn't actually fight with weapons. He doesn't actually like fighting at all. He hates violence. So when he does have to fight, he uses his mana, mainly defensively, but he's inexperienced with his own abilities. He's not a wolf, he's a Felix. And I genuinely might have to sentence you to death by firing squad for this comment. It looks like he's tired of everything, and I absolutely love it. He looks like the one who's serious and nonchalant, but deep down secretly cares and does little acts. Felix is used to isolation, so when he's around other people, he doesn't really know what to say or do, which comes off as him being nonchalant or serious, but he does care a lot about Ren as the two travel and go to new places. He's just bad at showing it. He sold Fent to me in a dark alley. He separates every color of Skittles before eating them. Okay, this is like the third or fourth assumption that genuinely nothing hints towards, but sure, yes he does, if skills even exist in Petrika. Next, we have Depressed Librarian. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty accurate. He's been alone in a library for multiple years. Books are his only comfort. The only building left in Salience that still stands is the library that he maintains. I'd say that this is the closest assumption so far. Eats raw chicken in his spare time. Okay, why this again? If anything, he's more likely to eat raw fish. He's a Felix. And technically, yes, he can eat raw chicken, but shut up. Now, that's all for Felix Izanagi. It's time to move on to my last OC, Juchi Ablefor. LOFIRU, where exactly does she tie in with what you said about Petrika so far? Absolutely f***ing nowhere. She's just a cool design I had for later in the story. Not right now. Well, I could probably go into a little bit of depth about this. Juchi Ablefor is a leader of a revolutionary group that oppose the idea of the mothers and fathers being selected to lead their nation simply because they are blessed, and that a leader should be determined based off of capabilities and experience, but also should not be given total control over everything to prevent power trip and overworking them. Now that you know a bit more about Juchi, let's get on with the assumptions. And the first comment, sleepyhead and rich. She is extremely rich, one of the richest, having funded her entire organization from the bottom up. And she does sleep a lot. Her ability and training requires a lot of energy. Blondie, but still kind of smart. Does she come off as blonde? I guess her design is actually pretty good then, if you could tell that just by looking at a black and white sketch. But yes, she is blonde, but also Juchi is a strategic genius. That word is hard to say. Juchi is a strategic genius, having still remained standing even though there's been opposition from the blessed, because she's managed to outsmart and overpower opposition. She steals the lifespans of billionaires. That's why most of them look old as shit. What, like a vampire? Wait, do vampires actually do that? Close enough. I choose again. First off, her name and design are so iconic. As for assumptions, I get the impression that she's not nearly as nonchalant as she appears to be. Jokes around a lot and is actually quite clumsy. So, as the leader of the organization, I won't drop the name yet, she does have to remain composed and authoritative, but around a private group of officers, she is a lot more casual with them. She's the type to have extremely dark humor, say it with a straight face and then make you doubt whether or not she's serious. But her group always find it funny, knowing her and already used to her behavior. I have some really great designs in mind for these characters as well. Now, from Exist, I think she might be a woman. Wow, really? What exactly would you know about women? They're not exactly your type, are they? Your type is my type, bro. Turn her into pan-service slot, twinkle twinkle little star. Never comment again. What you said about the talisman on her face, yes, you're actually right about that. The talisman says Otome, which means maiden in English. And that's all you're gonna get, because I hate you. The last two comments from my community posts. Felix looks like the type of person to pet every cat. Yes, Felix is an animal lover, not just cats, but all animals. And of course, the very best for last. Yeah, that's enough for one day.